Yo, what's going on? Party people. How's everyone doing today? What's up, Bloopy Doop, Coin Doggy, Torque, Midas, Rokit? What's up, Big Bear? How you doing, G? Rip Off, what's up, G? Thomas, Tomas, Bitboy. We got Bitboy in the chat. Bitboy's in the chat. He's asking about Jane. Jaden, what's up, bro? Fuck you. What's good? Wagwan Lewis. Bitmaps. I don't even know what that is, dude. Asher, Marty, what's good? Seme. What's up, Edge Hunter? How you doing, brother? Smoking a fatty, brother. I'm jealous. Are you going to be in Vegas for the next fight? Yes, I am. I'll be in Vegas in December for the Karate Combat fights. Feeling rich. Let's go. Would you give Bitboy fellatio for $1 billion? That's an insane question, but the answer is obviously yes. Two hands, fucking gluck 9,000 turbo glizzy for $1 billy. Because then I'd spend just a fraction of that money to have like my memory wiped. Yeah, let's pound that like button, homies. If you're gonna be in Vegas for Karate Combat, I can get you tickets. Just DM me. Get you in there for free, brother. Like, there's not a single person in this fucking world who would not fucking give someone the gluck for $1 billy. Mondo True says, I wish my wife would stop cheating on me with her coworker. Okay. This is not a therapy channel, my brother. I'm sorry to hear that that's happening. My suggestion, get in the gym. All right, cool. Yeah, DM me on Instagram there, Tanner. What's up, BLV? Okay. So, guys, how's everyone doing? Is everyone enjoying the green markets that we've been having lately? It's been pretty nice, right? Number been going up. So hopefully everyone's doing good. We've had this really nice bullish window for basically the entire month of October. Obviously, if you've been following along with me, right, we were bullish in September, right, at these lows here. And then obviously October we saw, right, consolidate, expand, and now it appears that we're consolidating again. So my game plan is actually going to be very simple here, guys. I don't think you need to big brain this. In my opinion, the trend is still up. And what we're looking for really is any sort of downside momentum to then use as an opportunity to long. I'm not trying to overthink this. I'm not trying to fight what I believe is a legit breakout. If you look at a lot of altcoins, massive breakouts across the board, right? Like Link, multi-year consolidation, breakout. You look at Solana, month consolidation, breakout. So there's opportunities abound, and it's about just identifying them and, getting after it, right? Getting active in the charts, marking up your levels, looking for areas of interest, finding the charts that maybe haven't broken out yet, and getting in there. So the one concern I have, and concern's not even the right word, perhaps, but obviously we've come up into this, high time frame level here from the monthly. And we're seeing a little bit of resistance, and we've got that weekly fair value gap, right? So I said this is an area of resistance. Now, I've seen some charts with people saying, hey, we're going from here to here. We're going to wipe out these lows. I personally don't think that's what's going to happen. That being said, this area that I've marked out as an area of resistance is doing exactly that. We're consolidating underneath it. To me, I think the plan on Bitcoin is very simple. We have a bunch of lows here that are unswept here. So from basically 34,000 down to, 33,000, I would be looking for price to run any of these lows. And then if we get a nice bullish reaction, so it's a sweep, there's a nice buyback, maybe it trades below, but then it reclaims immediately. That's the type of action where I'd be looking to get into leverage longs on Bitcoin. And I'd expect us to take another run at this high and probably run out this wick. So I haven't been tweeting a crazy amount of charts because there's been no need to on Bitcoin, right? I think a lot of people have been late to this bull move. The luxury of being bullish early means that once the move is begun, I don't need to fuss about trying to get leverage long right here on Bitcoin because I bought spot. I bought spot Ethereum in these consolidations, and spot Bitcoin in these consolidations, and spot Link even earlier. And I saw other coins like I have Solana. So I don't need to chase on leverage right now. I can wait for those primo opportunities. Whereas some people who might be a little late to this play, late to the party, are going to be trying to force leverage after we've had this big move. So I made a tweet, I don't know, last week. I said, this is the kind of chop where maybe you made some money here and you gave a bunch of it back here trying to trade. If you're bullish, right, treat this very simply. So if you're bullish here, this is effectively a range, right? It's effectively a range. So if we're bullish, I want to look for us to get below the range low here. I mentioned all of these lows here. I'd like to see a move down into the lower part of this range. And that's where I would like to make my bets for a move higher. I'm not interested in longing this right here, hoping that it goes to 37K. It might. We could go up in one candle here, but from a risk reward perspective, from a trading setup perspective, where I know where my idea is wrong, my invalidation, I'm looking to get long somewhere below 34K on a run of some of these lows, and then that would be the next leg, in my opinion, towards 37 that I'd be interested in. Because I still believe that we want Bitcoin to lead this rally. I want to see Bitcoin trade higher. I want Bitcoin to remain the strong asset. If we're at a point now where Bitcoin just starts doing this and starts looking shitty, and all of a sudden, and you're already kind of seeing it a little with like Dogecoin, and we just start seeing shitty altcoins start to go nuts, that to me is usually a clue that we're actually lining up for a correction on Bitcoin. Whereas I would much rather see, yes, altcoins can go up. Some might go up more than Bitcoin, some won't. But I would like to see another leg on Bitcoin where Bitcoin is the dominant asset, telling me that this rally is a little bit more sustainable. But overall, it's very hard to think that the bottom isn't in yet. Obviously, I think there are some technical factors at play. Like, yeah, we could come back to these lows because we are into this area of resistance here. So we could see a run down here and then back up. I don't know. But just like looking at the chart, this is just a very clear uptrend to me. I don't see how this doesn't resolve in higher prices overall. I'm going to ban this dude here, guys. Don't worry. Sorry, brother, but you are talking way too fucking much and you're not saying anything. But to me, this is just a very clear uptrend. Now, I've seen very few people, right? Like, it's one thing to think that we'll trade back into here, right? That's possible. Something like that. I don't know, right? But to think that we're going to come and take out this low, I think is very highly unlikely. I think it would take some sort of systemic risk factor to trade below 15K again. Are those possible? We had COVID last cycle. Could there be, there's already war in Ukraine and Russia. There's war in the Middle East right now. Maybe the US gets involved too much in Israel, or Israel bombs, fucking a country around it, and Iran gets involved, and then Russia gets involved, and China gets involved. Who knows, right? Maybe World War III begins and the markets take a giant shit. There's always the potential for some sort of black swan, but I am not interested in trying to hope for the black swan in terms of that's how I'm going to get on board. The chances of you buying the code of the bottom was fucking terrifying. You know what I mean? Like the chances of you buying some massive red candle that's a black swan event that's just nuking every level, very unlikely. This guy's back. What's wrong with people, man? Like, are you the same guy? Like, what's going on here? Okay. I don't know why people are such fucking wieners, dude. Like, yeah, literally the smoothest of brains. So, anyways, there's always potential that something could happen and price could go down. The only technical bearish trade I potentially see is some sort of deviation here, and then we would target these lows. But to me, that trade, you just take it if we get back below those highs. I don't really see that happening, to be honest with you. I'm personally gonna play the trend. I'm gonna stay with the trend. The trend is up, and as long as we're trading above 32 to 33,000, I see no reason to be bearish on this market. And I think the target is higher prices. So very simply, in a few words, what's the game plan for Bitcoin? If we get a run of any of these lows, like go set alerts, literally set alerts on TradingView. I'll do it right now. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Let's set one here at 34. Right there. And I'll set another one here. So these are levels where if we come down into them, I would probably start to long immediately. And then if we close as an SFP, I would look to compound and then put that stop below the SFP low. Like, what is people's deal? Who's a mod? Who's a mod in the YouTube? Who do I trust in here to be a mod? Who can I entrust to be a mod in here? Okay, first of all, who do I know in here that always watches? Sorry, guys. We got some asshole. Okay, rip off. I'm entrusting you, bro. You're now a mod. I grant you moderation. Okay. So yeah, literally this is my game plan. Very simple, guys. If we get any sort of run below either of these lows, I'd be looking to long, target 37K. Simple, okay? Nothing crazy, nothing complex. High time frame, I still think we look awesome. Any sort of significant pullback, again, I think is an opportunity to long. Right? Nice and easy, nothing crazy. And again, we can go up from here. There hasn't been very many sweeps, right? Price is just kind of grinding higher. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if we just grind up and then get another breakout. But obviously, if we get a run below any of these consolidation lows here, I think that's a quick stop hunt and likely we trade higher. I think if we're going to get some sort of rejection, like major rejection, down below these lows, I think there's a good chance we would probably still take this high out first. But yeah, that's kind of the game plan here, right? Looking to get back more levered long exposure on any sort of dip. There's my alerts. There's my levels. Nothing else to do with it, to be honest with you. All right, let's look at the chat here. What, like, this guy is literally making multiple accounts so he can continuously come back and just spam stupid fucking comments. Like, what do we think that this person looks like? Like, I'm imagining they've got very greasy, stringy, thin hair. They've got zits all over their face. Their keyboard is probably disgusting. We're talking grease. We're talking Cheeto dust. We're talking fucking cans of energy drinks everywhere. You know that South Park episode, the fucking World of Warcraft one? That's who I'm imagining is this person. And he's just got 50 different YouTube accounts loaded up just to come here and annoy people. You know, like, we're just here vibing. You know, the market's green. We're above 30K. You know what that means, right? We're literally in girlfriend territory. Like, let's think about this for a second. Like, this is crazy, okay? This is crazy when you think about it. Like below here, right? We all know what was going on below this line, okay? Below here, there's a whole lot of this, okay? There's a whole lot of this going on in your life. You know, there's a closet door over here. Below this level, there's a closet door. Guess what? You're behind that door. You're inside that closet. You're inside that closet. Below this level. There's tons of this going on. Right? It's not good. It's not good here. Okay? This was scary times. This was the dark times. But look at us now. This area here, okay? This area here, now we're talking boobies, okay? We're talking girlfriends. We're talking going up to that girl in the gym and spitting a little game. You know what I mean? That's what's going on up above here. Up here, that's the next level. That's find you a new wife. Fuck, get two. Why not? Because you're going to have a boat, so you might as well have some hoes on that boat. We're talking going back to the pawn shop and buying back that Rolex that you had to sell at the bottom. Okay? The longer we stay above this line, the more likely it is that we trade to this one. Okay, so we need to be in a good move. We need to keep the vibes high. Because it's an exciting time right now. Now, could this be a bear market rally and could we fucking make a new low? Sure. But we'll deal with that later. Okay? Honestly, the most bearish thing about the market right now is that Bored Ape Party video that is going around. Like, as much as the market looks great, there's so many good looking charts out there, that video alone might be enough to send us to zero. It might. It's a bad video. It's not good. Luckily, they were blasting everyone in there with UV light, so many of them are blind and maybe couldn't see how bad it was. That's the hope. That's the hope. But we got like that. That's what I mean. Why is this neckbeard in here just being an ass? You know what I mean? The vibes are high. We're at $35,000 for one single Bitcoin. What would you rather do? Invest your entire net worth in XRP or fight a polar bear with a popsicle stick? I'd rather put my entire net worth in XRP because polar bears are fucking crazy. Would you diss Will Smith's wife for 10K though? Buddy, I would fucking go like this. Lick my hand right on the top of her bald head for free. What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay. I love you too, Mr. Looms. How you doing, G? Um, what's up, Fo? How you doing, man? Winning edge. Buying the dip will be a mistake when BTC is 15K when the ETF gets rejected. That's what you sound like, dude. Who cares? Like, we could go back to 15K, but people who talk like you talk are likely people who have been sidelined for this 100% move over the last year. For the last year, Bitcoin has just gone up, and there is still people who are just being gross bears and they're whining and, oh, I told you so, it's going to go down. I don't care. Maybe it will go down. And if it starts to go down, it starts to look bad. Guess what? I'll fucking sell. Like, you're not dunking on anyone by saying it's like, who's holding Bitcoin from here back to 15K? Like, if we lose these highs, just get the fuck out. But I would rather bet on more upside than hope that we completely reverse the entire last year's price action because the ETF gets rejected. Jane, just deciding what you should order for dinner. I don't know, Jane. Maybe a little sushi. Sushi's nice. A little pizza. Okay. So is everyone good? Let's move on to Ethereum now. So Ethereum's like the fucking ugly redheaded stepchild that your parents keep in the fucking attic and lie to you about it being, dead at birth, saying it was a miscarriage, but in reality, it's upstairs and they feed it fucking tuna carcass, and it just lives in your attic. Its skin is pale and it's got fucking red hair and it's allergic to the sunlight. That's how it feels trading Ethereum right now, relative to the godly Chadley coins like Link and Solana. But we're still long, and we're still hoping that Vitalik can get that big old fucking veiny cock of his and start pumping some fucking upward momentum into this goddamn market. I'm out of Adderall. No one could tell. Anyways, we continue. So I'm long Ethereum, right? So if you've been following me, I longed Ethereum down here, right? So we took this long. We closed half on the move. And then I posted, I said, listen, this is a high hit rate signal for me here on the weekly, right? So if I just delete all of these levels here momentarily. So in terms of my system, right, we have we have even a higher time frame sweep right here. So this is the low of June, okay? So the low of June is right there. So this is a monthly SFP right here, okay? This is the weekly breaker. So the weekly up candle that caused this SFP, okay? So this is the up move that caused this move on the downside. So we're within that entire zone, because really you can take the entire zone here. And I know, it's such a big box. I can already see Crypto Cred commenting how big the box is. You know whose box is also big? Your fucking mother's. Big ol' box. So this is a high hit rate signal for me because we also have, within this zone, we have a weekly SFP and a market structure break. So we have a monthly sweep, a weekly sweep, a monthly breaker, a weekly breaker, and a weekly bullish market structure shift. So for my system, that's a high hit rate signal. Now, this signal is based on the weekly and monthly chart. So what does that mean? That means that it will take a while to play out. So you can see I've marked off the weekly or the monthly SFP here. Here's your weekly SFP. Here's your weekly breaker. Here's your market structure break. Okay? So this is a high hit rate high confidence signal for me. Now you have to keep in mind, look at how far, right, the stop is from where we're trading now, right? It's all the way down there. That's 15%. So the stop is effectively this low. So what does that mean? That means that if you're going to be entering this thing where I did, and potentially more, because I'm giving you I'll zoom in a second on an area where we could see potential compounding opportunity. The zone, right? The distance from the stop to the entry is almost 15%. So when you're position sizing on a position like this, you have to keep that in mind, right? The type of size you're going to take on this trade is not going to be the same as the type of size you're going to take on a trade where the stop is 1% away. So this is why leverage is irrelevant, right? All that matters is how far is your entry and stop from each other, and then you plan your position sizing accordingly. But if you're buying spot, you still have to keep that in mind, right? The potential, I'm willing to hold the buys that I made here, and potentially we get another retest here, right? But I'm willing to hold these all the way down to 15, 16. Will I probably cut before then? Yeah, but that's where the risk is for the trade. That's the idea. So I'm willing to lose the amount of money that I put in here. I'm willing to lose what that loss would be on a 15% down move, right? So if you bought $100,000 of spot right here, I would be willing to lose 15K, right? On that spot bag. That's the mental calculation that I'm doing there. If it was spot, if it's leverage, right? This exit here. So if my entry's here and this is my stop out, I want this to be between 1 and 5% of my trading account, whatever that stop out may be. And so obviously when the stop is 15% away from the entry, your position sizing is going to be way smaller than if it were, 1.5% away. Okay, but this is a high hit rate signal for me. We've got the breakout. So I already start to fill. Again, guys, I share all of this for free on Telegram, on Twitter, in these YouTube videos. But if you want even more detail, and like I'm live tweeting my entries and my exact shit, I do all of that in the Haven. Obviously, info for that description. But I've shared this entire trade so far on Twitter. I said, hey, I'm buying Ethereum here. I'm buying a little more. And basically, I've got a good chunk of my position filled. But we have this big low right here. So if you look at the daily, okay, we've got this big low here. Got another low here. So yeah, we swept, pushed up, made a fresh high. Depending on what Bitcoin does, right, we might get a small correction here, just back into this demand zone and then higher. Or if we get a very sharp correction on Bitcoin, this is an area where I would buy. So if we get one more big pullback here, I would look to long a move below 1740. So 1700 to 1740, I would long that. And then if we get a quick reclaim and a bullish reaction, I would then look to move my invalidation from here up to that fresh low, because I don't think it should go much lower than that. So I am prepared to buy more if we run this low here into this fair value gap right here. So that's an area where if we get a big sharp correction on the market in the coming days, that's something I would be interested in potentially buying. I don't know if we get that big of a dip. Like if we're looking at Bitcoin here, if Bitcoin pulls back to 34 to 33K, Ethereum's not going down there, but Ethereum might come back to, 1850, might come back to, 1820, and then get bought back up, right? So I'm prepared to add more, but my really ugly big pullback scenario would be if we came back below here, big correction. This is where I'd take one more stab on the long. All right. So that's the plan on Ethereum. It's been underperforming like a motherfucker. If you look at the weekly, I thought maybe we would run this low. It's still very much a potential possibility, right? That we run this monthly low here. Still looks very ugly. But we had a week of green for the first time in several weeks, right? We literally had 1, 2, 3, 4 straight weeks of red, then a week of green, then another 5 straight weeks of red. It's been bad. And then you look at things like Ethereum or Solana and Link, and they're looking so much better. So this has a lot of work to do before it starts to look even remotely good again. But if this can start to turn around, start to reverse, then potentially this setup will play out and Ethereum will get that leg. What I would really like to see happen is I'd like to see us at the very least overshoot the yearly high, right? Like Bitcoin made a yearly high here, then another yearly high. This is the third time we've made a new yearly high in 2023, right? So we had the yearly high here, made another one, made another one, made another one. Ethereum, the yearly high was made back in April, and we have not breached it. So it's been massively underperforming. So I would love to see at the very least Ethereum overshoot that yearly high at around 2150 and play some fucking catch up. That would be nice to the rest of the market here because it's been pretty grim. But Ethereum BTC still could absolutely take out this low. It's absolutely been underperforming. Now, I'm gonna spit a little game for you here, a little bit of alpha, and then I'll go back to the chat. So I think if you follow not even certain people, if you're on crypto Twitter, you 100% of the time, right, are going to be bombarded with 1,000 different tickers. Everyone's going to seem to have a better entry than you on the coin you're trading, or the coin that they're trading. The coin that you're trading, didn't go up as much as the coin that they are trading. Their coin is outperformed. Like you look at Donald right now, who's my friend. This is not a shot at Donald whatsoever, but he's like, I don't know why you trade anything but Bitcoin. Bitcoin looks better than everything else and blah, blah, blah. And that's totally fine. And he's right. Bitcoin has been outperforming Ethereum. That's fantastic. And if you were just having to buy one or the other over the last few months, Bitcoin was the better buy. But there's always going to be a higher beta play. Solana did even better than Bitcoin, right? Link is up 2x since June, right? When I told all you fuckers to buy it. So the problem that you'll have when you're on Twitter is you're going to get bombarded constantly and you're going to say, okay, well, I'm long Ethereum and everyone else's coins are doing way better than mine. As much as it's nice to trade the higher beta asset, right? You want to trade, if you want to buy a coin, you want to buy the one that's going to go up the most. That's not always going to happen. Sometimes you need to buy the one where the setup is the most clear for you. So now, obviously, buying spot, you want to buy the highest beta coin, right? You want to buy the coin that's going to go up the most. But when you're day trading or margin trading, right, the amount of, like, the percentage that the coin goes up kind of is irrelevant, because if I can get a 3-to-1 trade on Ethereum and you have a 3-to-1 trade on Bitcoin and our risk is the same, so we each risk 5K on our trade, meaning if we get stopped out, we lose 5K. If we're right, we make 15K. If I'm doing that on Ethereum and you're doing that on BTC, BTC might go up more than Ethereum, but we both made the same amount of money. Now for spot, that's a different conversation, right? If Bitcoin goes up 15% and Ethereum goes up 7%, and we both bought the same amount of spot, you made more money. Right? But there's always going to be a coin. But then I'll say, well, Solana went up 40. So you should have bought sold. Someone's going to say, well, this fucking random shit coin that you've never heard of went up 80%. There's always going to be a coin that went up more. So sometimes you need to worry less about being like, I got to be in the biggest mover. I got to be in that coin that goes up the most. And if I'm not in the coin that goes up the most, I'm fucking failing. Find the coin where the chart is the most clear to you, where you can visualize and see the setup most cleanly. You know where you're entering and why. You know where this trade idea is wrong and why. You know where your target is and why. And if you think of it that way, you're going to have a lot less FOMO about being like, okay, well, Ansem has been spamming the feed with Solana and I didn't buy Solana. Who cares, right? Like, there's money to be made all over the place right now. Find the charts that you can easily see the setups on and just trade your system and just focus on that. Don't worry too much about trying to find the coin that's going to go up the most. There's always going to be, its grass is always greener. There's always someone who got a better entry on a different coin. Don't fucking worry about it, okay? So we'll look at the chat here real quick. Then we will get on to a few more charts. I want to go over some altcoins as well. Sure, I can chart gold. Monday range. I don't know. What's Monday range look like this week? I imagine not very much. Yeah, Monday range is not a lot going on here. Pretty tight range on a Monday. Hopefully the indicator will come out in the next few weeks. I have to record a bunch of educational videos for the indicator to get it going. And I've just been fucking busy. I'm working on another project right now that's getting very close to launch. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is yet, but it's coming very soon. And that's still, kind of taking top priority. And the market's been crazy, so I've just been focused on trading. I'm sipping on water, brother. I went to the gym today. I ate good. I woke up early. I worked hard. I'm streaming. I'm fucking crushing it. Perfect timing for your wife to walk in. Sorry, brother. Put some headphones on. I'm not liable for the shit that I say on these streams. If any government authority or body or regulators or censors are watching, I do not condone and nor am I responsible for anything that I say. I am just a cartoon panda on the internet. Hi, I think we're trading the same style. I doubt it. Bro. If you have a time, can you look at oil? Sure. Mayne, thoughts on waiting for pullbacks to add spot position? I mean, that's a tough question, right? How much are you in? How much are you allocated? How big of a pullback are you hoping we get? So one of the risks that you have once we start trending is you're going to say, well, I want to get spot in. I want to buy spot, but I'm only going to buy it here, right? So what if we only dip to here? Do you just not buy that spot? So you either just have to set some levels and hope that they hit, or use leverage as a tool to make up for that spot positioning, right? Maybe you buy spot, it keeps dipping, then you get that leverage long in to kind of make up for it. But yeah, that's tough because where do you set the buy? What if we don't get there, right? Bored Ape Yacht Club blasted their holders' eyes so they can't check the floor price. Exactly. Mayne, how's Nat Gas? Still doing good, man. Long. This is a multi-month fucking trade here. We're coming up on 6 months, 5 months in the position, almost 6, but we're still holding strong as an ox. Can you explain the difference between a breakout structure, market structure break, change of character? So I view them pretty much as interchangeable. Like this to me is a market structure break or a break of structure. To me, those are interchangeable here. A change of character, right, would be this, in my opinion. This. So this would be a change of character. because the high time frame trend, right? The high time frame trend is still intact. The structure, the market structure low is still here, but they have a low time frame shift or an intermediary low shift. That might be a clue, right? Or sometimes this gets called a market structure shift. But in my opinion, these are basically words for all the same thing. What ticker are you using along Nat Gas? I'm using Nat Gas on Prime XBT and then on my broker as well. What's your take profit strategy that has worked really well for you in trending markets? Is it TP at key levels, but levels may also get blasted through, or trailing stop losses, partial TPs? I mean, a little bit of everything, right? Because in a bull run, right, when we're making new all-time highs, there are no previous levels to take profit at. You don't know, right? So sometimes you just got to have predetermined levels where you're going to take profit. Last cycle, I told myself when we hit 40K, I'm starting to take profit. I sold some at 40, 45, 50, 60. And some of my sells, we kept going up. And I was like, holy fuck, right? Oh, I should have held it longer. But you just never know, right? You don't want to be that guy holding and being like, well, what if it goes to 70 or 80 or 90? And then it never does. And then you round trip your bag. Generally on Bitcoin, until the daily chart starts making bearish market structure, you're pretty good to keep riding it. Like if you look at the last bull run here, like look at the daily here, right? So every daily low, right? So you have your daily up, there's your higher low. Up, higher low. Up, higher low. Up, lower low. Now it's time to get the fuck out, right? Like it can be as simple as that. Trail your stop, trail your stop, trail your stop. Or TP some, right? The other thing I was looking at, right, is the highs were getting less and less, right? So this is a huge high. This high to this high is huge. Well, this high to this high is not very huge. This high to this high is even less, right? And then we got the market structure breaks here. It was time to puke. And then on the second run up, it was effectively the same, right? We had our daily uptrend, low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, right? Time to get out. I mean, can you move your mic slightly further away and point your mouth forward? No, I cannot. No, I fucking cannot. I'm sorry. Let me know if that's better. I sold some spot ETH for spot Link today. Thoughts on converting some more for the long-term hold? I mean, listen, bro. Like, right now seems like a good buy. Like, good decision. Link is breaking out like crazy, but keep in mind that this thing is also up way more, right? So that this would be the chart that you want to watch. Is this, right? Ethereum versus Link. So this is effectively ETH over Link, right? So if this chart's in a downtrend, that means Link is outperforming. So as long as this chart remains going down and trading lower, it seems like a good decision. But if this chart at any point reverses, right, like for a long, like Link was crushing Ethereum for a long time here, right? Crushing it. And then we had a long period of time where Ethereum was crushing Link. So this would be the chart that you want to watch if that's a decision you're trying to make. Can you check out Coin? I mean, sure. I own Coin. Nothing's changed. Again, I post all these charts on Twitter and Telegram, guys. So if you follow me on YouTube and for some reason don't follow me on Twitter and Telegram, I highly suggest you do. But we had a monthly run of the low, a monthly market structure break, monthly order block. I think assuming Bitcoin continues to rally, I think Coin goes to 130. So I bought it 75, 70. Posted this again. You're gonna see people bull posting about Coin. I posted about this back in like August. I was like, this looks good. Someone asked for gold. Let's quickly look at the dollar here. So the dollar, major sweep, break in market structure. So we're finally starting to correct here. So what you want to watch on the dollar basically is this retracement that we're probably beginning right now. What I want to see is a lower high form, maybe around here, for bullishness on crypto. So if we come up to here, put in a lower high, that's really good for risk. That's really good for crypto, right? But if this becomes like a reclaim of this low, so we come up and then we just start trading up again and we make a fresh high, probably in line for a larger correction across the board. But this was the literal top on Bitcoin of the last rally. And then this is basically where we bottomed and started our most recent rally. So if this can continue to trade down and correct, maybe down into here, that's going to be really good for Bitcoin. So that's what I would like to see on the dollar, ideally. So if I think the dollar is going to go up and then hopefully down, what does that mean for gold? Well, that means that I will likely think gold is going to trade lower and then higher, right? So if we look at our structure on gold, there's your low, right? There's your high. So I would be looking for gold to sweep and then reclaim. And when this happens, I want to see the dollar trade up and then down for this to do the inverse, right? So this would be what the dollar does. That's kind of the game plan right now. What broker do you use for what? I have a bunch of different brokers and shit that I trade all sorts of shit for. I use Thinkorswim. I use Questrade. I use Oanda. Crypto stuff. Been trading crypto for a few months, was introduced to crypto, so stuck with the market. Found your channel, was wondering why you trade crypto over Forex. So many FX traders don't recommend the crypto markets. I trade Forex too. A lot of what I learned was in Forex, but when crypto is moving, no market moves like it. There's so much money and opportunity to be made, but why do you have to trade one or the other? FX people who think crypto's a scam, it's like they just haven't put in the time to learn. Like crypto, in my opinion, is actually can trade very clean and the exact same as FX. All the stuff that works in FX works here too. And you're not going to see shit go up 100% in a month in Forex. How do you pick which wick to sweep on gold? Seems cluttered. You don't pick. You wait for it to happen, right? Because I wait for the sweep to close before I pull, right? You don't know that this is going to be a sweep here until the candle closes. I draw the H12 range on Bitcoin. I mean, it's insane. It's not even worth drawing. It's from here to here right now. It's not really a useful range to be looking at currently. I'm just much more focused on this range, right? This consolidation. Okay, let's look at Link, obviously. So Link crushing right now. We've had this massive consolidation. We ran the lows of the consolidation. We came up. We retested the breaker. Perfect OTE entry. And straight up from there. I posted in August, I think it was, my buys at $6. I said, listen, I'm looking to buy this thing at $6. I said, I think it goes at least to like 12 to 2x. We're at 13 now. Again, I'm the Link fucking lieutenant of the goddamn Link Marines. I am the fucking commander-in-chief of the Link Marines. Got a bunch of plebs being like, Link's so bullish. Look at Link. And they just got long here. Your boy got you long at 6. Single digit, fam. So one thing I'm annoyed about, though, is I had secondary long that I opened. So we had this H12 sweep here, right there. So I marked the raid candle. So I longed this pullback right here. And my target was like, towards the high 12s for a 2R. And I closed just during this chop, right? So we were just kind of chopping. Every pump would get fully retraced, up, fully retraced. I literally closed right on this candle here. The next day, we put in this sweep. We tagged the zone again. And then, boop. If you watched Karate Combat stream, I literally said, hey, a retest of this high is a long. So I'm annoyed because I fudded myself out of the position. But you see this PA here? Grind, 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 up. Bitcoin could do that exact same thing. Bitcoin can just do this and then break up. It does not have to give you a big pullback. Very similar to Link, right? But Link looks really good. I mean, look at the monthly. Yeah, we're coming into some potential resistance here. But in my opinion, there's no reason to be fading this type of breakout. If anything, I think you look to buy the first dip. But yeah, I'm long Link. I've been long Link before everyone else. Nana boo boo. Suck a dick, basically. BNB we talked about the other day. It seems like CZ held the line. And to me, this is the exact same setup as Link, right? You have your consolidation. We traded below. Now I think you probably get expansion. So assuming the entire market remains bullish, I think BNB probably goes on a run. And you can see this exact same setup on a variety of different coins, right? Solana, again, another one I got bullish on very early. It fucking went nuts. It's gone bananas. Look at the monthly here. I think this is the most obvious level right here. And I don't know if we'll come back this deep. But based on the monthly, so that's that monthly wick high. Any sort of dip into the low 30s, I think, is a buy. Will that happen? I don't know, right? It does not have to give you a super strong correction. But some of the money that is, maybe been in Solana can flow elsewhere. I don't know. Or maybe this thing just continues to chad. But I would love to buy, as close to 35 down to 30 as possible. I don't know if it will happen, but that's kind of, what I would be hoping for. A lot of these coins, maybe they're coming into some resistance here, right? You have this weekly bearish order block here on Solana. So maybe we will get a correction. The other thing as well is with Bitcoin kind of teetering, if Bitcoin gets a sharp downside move, you're going to see a lot of altcoins put in big double-digit red pullbacks. And they'll be very short-lived and they'll be very quick. Perfect example here, right, is Solana. Like, this is 18% pullback, right? It still looks good high time frame. But in the moment, that's a crazy pullback to experience if you're in some sort of levered position or if you got long near the top. So keep that in mind. If Bitcoin puts in a 5% down move, which would just be running out this low, you could see altcoins easily do 10-15% of downside very quickly. So if you're looking to get into longs on some of these coins that have been really strong, like Link, like Solana, like whatever other coins, maybe ARB has looked really good. You want to be marking out those areas where you say, okay, like you look at Solana here and you say, okay, well, what's the likelihood that it comes back to 33? Right? Well, it pulled back 18% from here in a day. So if Bitcoin gets a 5% pullback and this has a sharp ass dump, 15-20%, if you're not aware of this level that you might want to buy, you're going to freak out when you see that move, right? So much better off going through these charts and mark those areas of potential support that you would want to buy at. And that way, if price has one of those sharp corrections, you're not freaking out thinking the world's over. You might actually get a really nice fucking entry. Mayne, did you check out stocks yet? I'm still long, yeah. I mean, I caught the fucking Pico low. Maybe this pulls back a little bit, but I haven't TP'd any of it. I'm holding this. I think we at the very least trade above this high. So I think I can get another leg out of this thing. But yeah, I haven't TP'd any of this position yet. What's your favorite AI coins? I don't know any AI coins. I couldn't tell you a single fucking one. I don't know. Here, everyone say hi to my girlfriend. Say hi. Look, they're probably gonna start saying rude shit. We'll see if Noise GPT is an AI coin. Yeah, I don't know. Tau. I genuinely I don't fucking know. Jane, shut up. How do you buy nat gas? Look on Google, Jane. Why do I got to do this shit for you? Wow, no one wants to say hi to her. That's unbelievable. I've been recording the chat. Not a single hi. There you go. There's a couple. There's a couple from the boys. Wagwan, Luis, do not hit on my girl, bro. Are you in options or futures for SPY? I'm in futures. There you go. Mrs. Neck. Yeah, what else can we look at here, guys? What do you guys want to see? I'll look at a couple more charts. But yeah, like I think that there's tons of breakouts going on across the board. Like, and some of these charts are trading super fucking duper clean. Like you look at something like Matic, right? Consolidate, breakout, perfect retest, trend again, right? Like this is not any sort of fucking crazy TA. This is like, here's a range, right? We consolidate, we break out of the range, we retest, we get another leg. Go find charts that look like this, right? And mark them up and fucking try and get in the trades. You don't need to be doing anything extremely fucking complex, right? Here's a range, consolidating, breaking market structure, retest, another leg. Like this is like baby pips 101 type of stuff here. And that's a 10% move. So there's tons of breakouts happening across the board. Now's the time, right? You've had tons of opportunity to spend over the last year finding these coins, right? Like we went up all last year. Like as much as this has been horrible and everyone's like the bear market, like we have gone up 100% in the last year just on Bitcoin. Some altcoins are up way more than that, right? So this has been in an uptrend all year. And if it's going to continue, right, go and find these coins that you want to trade, mark the TA, be bullish, and look to buy the dip. Inge is in price discovery. Okay, well, so be it. There you go. I mean, not price discovery, but it's up a lot. It's up a ton, right? Like this is not rocket science, this type of TA, right? Consolidate, breakout, retest, continue. Breakout, retest, continue. Breakout, retest, continue. Like that's a very tradable chart. Not using anything fancy. There's a bazillion of these. Get your fucking list up. Go through it. Start marking out areas of support and resistance. And start getting into some of these trades. And that's nuts. No idea what that does. What's some other ones here? I mean, so many breakouts. Like, look at the month. I'm just going to scroll through a bunch of these on like the monthly. Let's see how they look. Weekly might be a little bit better. So let's see. A lot of these charts, right, look like they've been consolidating and they're approaching breakouts. Cardano and Ave are interchangeable. They look like the exact same chart. That's ugly. Ugly. Starting to look okay. Starting to look okay. All right, like a lot of these, like, look at this. This is a fucking uptrend. Again, multi-month consolidation, breakout. So there's a lot of these. Not all of them are breaking out, but a lot look, some look really good and haven't run yet. Like, look at Atom. Okay? Atom here, you have a sweep on the weekly. You have a breaker on the weekly, and you have a market structure break on the weekly right here. So if I'm trading this, I'm setting stink bids here, like on Atom. Because why not? Maybe we get a sharp pullback. I'm taking this trade every time. Right? Pull back into here. I'm looking along that for another leg higher. So there's a ton of these coins setting up, right? You don't need to chase. I know someone said like TRB or something, right? Like you don't need to chase this one. Right? When there's ones that are setting up and can play catch up. Right? Like maybe like AVAX barely move. Just put in a weekly market structure break. Right? There's a ton of these. Put in a weekly market structure break. Low, high, higher, low, just made a higher high. Probably want to potentially try and buy the next dip, right? So go through your fucking list. Start marking out your support levels. Start setting alerts on the charts that you like. And start making some fucking money, right? It's fucking money season right now until proven otherwise. And so we're going to continue to ride the wave. We're going to continue to play the trend. All right, guys, but hopefully you've been making some money with me. I feel like I've posted a lot of fucking banger entries and trades on Telegram, on Twitter, in these live streams of the last couple of months. So I hope you guys have been playing along. Someone asked me to look at oil. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really trade oil very often. Like, looks like we just made a low on the weekly. So maybe it gets some sort of retrace. But we're into weekly demand here. I'd probably venture to say this probably is going to bounce soon. Unibot. 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 Is there a better way to chart this motherfucker? Yeah, I mean, look, I don't even remember drawing this, but fucking what an entry it would have been right there. Just filled that fucking order block. Yeah, I mean, didn't they get hacked? Right? I think this probably rips soon. This looks like it's going to rip. That would be my guess. Is probably rip soon. Maybe it pulls back to this consolidation again, but that would still be a long. But yeah, got my alerts set on Bitcoin, and if we get this flush on Bitcoin, you're going to want to pay attention to those altcoins that you've been watching, right? All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll have the condensed stream up tomorrow. I really appreciate all you guys tuning in live. The numbers on YouTube have been great lately. We're up like 1,000 subscribers in the last month. We're getting 300-400 viewers live, which is fantastic. So if you want to help me out, you want to support me and the channel and everything, the best way to do that, like, subscribe, comment, leave, interact with my tweets, right? Comment on them, retweet them, like them. Tell me that I'm handsome, all that good stuff. If you want to support me, Prime XBT is the sponsors of these videos, so you can find all the information in the description of this video. Right now, for the next little bit, if you sign up with the link in the description and you use code MAYNE20 before depositing any money, you'll get a 20% deposit bonus. This is the limited time one. I don't know how long they're going to leave it on, but take advantage of it. If you want it, you can trade things like nat gas, Forex, gold, the S&P 500 with crypto as collateral, no KYC. They are geo-blocked in Canada and US, unfortunately, but there's ways around that. Use a VPN, things like that. It's no KYC. And yeah, guys, love you all. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.